What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Carl Anderson may have actually cheated on his wife, Paige is fighting WWE superstars' awesome Halloween costumes, an update on Sting in AEW, Rey Mysterio talks storyline romance between his daughter and Murphy, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's do the intro and get straight into the first story. Now our first story looks at more news on Carl Anderson seemingly cheating on his wife. Carl Anderson's wife is making some serious accusations on social media. In case you missed it, his wife Christine recently posted a picture of him sleeping on the couch with the words "cheater and asshole" written on him. Hope that wasn't a permanent marker. Christine's caption read, "I don't play nice." Now we initially thought that this was over a board game, as the couple are very competitive in real life, but Anderson's wife has seemed to up the ante on social media. Ringside News summarized the situation, reporting Carl Anderson's wife posted a few stories on Instagram that called her husband out for cheating. She also made a reference to how alcohol was to blame. This was followed by another story on Instagram that showed a text message where he called her a slut. This situation seems like it's far from over. What exactly happened is unknown, and another post from Christine only added to the confusion. Cheating doesn't mean you have to kiss, meet, or have sex with someone else. Once you find yourself deleting messages so your partner will not see them, then you already are there. What do you think of Christine's actions? Are our accusations going a little too far just over deleted messages? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Rey Mysterio comments on Aaliyah romance storyline. Rey Mysterio seems to be a confused man right now as he struggles with his daughter Aaliyah's storyline relationship with Buddy Murphy. While Rey's comments are obviously kayfabe, they provide an interesting perspective on how the WWE is trying to present the storyline. During a recent episode of Talking Smack, Rey explained, "She's not thinking, she's now put herself in a bad situation. She has seen what has happened to me first of all, then to Dominic." When Sami Zayn asked Rey if he felt betrayed given the hurt caused by Murphy to Rey and Dominic, Rey answered, "I try not to blame myself because her motive to be here in the first place was to support her brother Dominic. She came and supported Dominic because he was making his debut. He was kicking off his career with WWE, so that just turned out into a mess." Rey finished by saying he owes it to Aaliyah to find out what Murphy's motivations are. "I have to get to the bottom of this. I have to find out if she's being manipulated, if she's coming out of her heart and she truly has feelings for Murphy. I have to understand where this all began and how it began." Now WWE is playing up the storyline big and it's becoming a key part of SmackDown. And next up, WWE superstars' awesome Halloween costumes. Halloween has become a huge holiday and WWE superstars are no exception to the fun. Various superstars dressed up for Halloween as Alexa Bliss and boyfriend Ryan Cabrera dressed up as Napoleon Dynamite characters, with Bliss playing the title character and Ryan playing Brother Kip. Matt Cardona aka Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green dressed up as the Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. Otis dressed as famous film monster Chucky, something former friend Tucker might want to consider if he crosses paths with the man he betrayed. Braun Strowman dressed up as Kratos from the God of War video game series. Super couple Andrade and Charlotte Flair dressed up as Batman and Catwoman, as the couple have previously dressed up as the Joker and Harley Quinn. And speaking of Harley Quinn, Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad dressed up as Harley Quinn this year, which is no surprise. Who had the best costume though? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a Drew McIntyre Tyson Fury update. It looks like there's still talk of Drew McIntyre facing champion boxer Tyson Fury at some point, but the question is when. The two men have been exchanging insults on social media, leading to fans thinking a match is inevitable. According to Meltzer, McIntyre has also been discussed for a major match with boxing world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, which both have pushed in social media. We were told this week that Fury has not committed to a date for that, with Saudi Arabia not announced for later this year, yet due to COVID, that would have been the most likely place for such a bout. Fury reportedly received $15 million for his 2019 Crown Jewel match against Braun Strowman, so it's likely he'll be down for another easy payday. The biggest question is whether Fury will go over on McIntyre, whose main event status could be cemented by a win over Fury. But conventional wisdom has it that the WWE won't hold such an event until fans have been allowed back into the audience. Next up, more on Sting in AEW. The rumors about Sting possibly showing up in AEW continue, with the recent report of Sting's merchandise being pulled from WWE shop only fueling more speculation. Dave Meltzer tried to explain how things work in the WWE when it comes to a wrestler's contract and their merchandise, noting on the Wrestling Observer Radio, "It's up and it's been up for a while because that's the thing when you pull merchandise. Like with the Lesnar thing, that means your contract was up 6 months ago because they have a period where they're allowed to sell your stuff, so that period must have ended." Dave Meltzer speculated on just when Sting's WWE deal ended, noting, "I don't know the time frame, but it's a several month time frame. So for whatever reason, I would not imagine that they would not want Sting, although the deal they made for Sting at the time, the May deal may have been, a lot more than a normal Legends guy." Meltzer continued speculating Sting might not be perceived as worth the cost of his current contract, particularly since he can't wrestle. Add in the fact that there are no fans for things such as meet and greets, and it's understandable why Sting wasn't signed up for another deal. Whether or not he's worth bringing into AEW is a good question, and one fans may know the answer to at AEW's 7th November Full Gear event. Next up, a new theme and look for Big E. Now that the New Day member Big E is on his own on SmackDown, fans are wondering whether the charismatic star will get a different look. Turns out that could be happening soon, as Big E talked about this during an episode on the Gorilla Position podcast. We talked about some ideas like new music for me or a new presentation. We talked about when the right time is to play it. The nice part is, I feel like I have a voice with the SmackDown creative team. We are able to go back and forth on some ideas, and they're actually listening. The New Day have said that they can wrestle on separate brands and still remain a part of their famous faction. But do you think new music and or presentation for Big E would change his association with the New Day? Let us know in the comments down below. But speaking of Big E, where was he on the most recent edition of SmackDown? And for that matter, where was Shorty G? Or, we mean Chad Gable? According to Ringside News, a tenured member of the creative team explained the situation that simply, we were told since McMahon didn't ask about them, no one pitched anything. Next up, Paige isn't leaving Twitch. It appears Paige is defying the WWE's controversial mandate for its superstars to either sign over their Twitch accounts to the promotion so the WWE can benefit from them or take them down. Paige recently addressed her fans on Twitch, noting, "The fact that you guys are just so supportive of all of us and me in general is like, holy crap, this is wonderful and makes me so much happier and so much better. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I don't have a lot going on, you guys, so this is really special to me. I'm always one that speaks my mind. It's kind of bittersweet because I can get in trouble for being honest and having an opinion, or it can be something very positive where I help a lot of people. I like to stand up for what is right, for not just me, but for everybody." Paige is not an active wrestler, so there is some debate whether the WWE will make an exception for her as opposed to wrestlers who are on the active roster. Paige previously discussed how she talked to an attorney about bringing a union to the WWE. While other WWE superstars seem to have given in to the WWE's demands or simply left Twitch, Dave Meltzer revealed on the Wrestling Observer Radio that everyone is getting off Twitch. There's a lot of unhappiness. I don't know how many are talking to Andrew Yang. I know that there are several people talking to Andrew Yang, and it's a very interesting thing because, the election is coming. From a Vince standpoint, his timing for making this move is terrible. The WWE may have opened up the proverbial can of worms by making its superstars turn over their accounts, something which has the potential for superstars to challenge the WWE's classification of its wrestlers as independent contractors rather than employees. But there you have it, guys, the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.